Okay, now guys, we need to check the core. You might have heard this terminology called core. Okay, my CPU is quad core, octa core, deca core, etc. So let us try to understand what is this core. A CPU core is CPU's chip. You can see this is the CPU. On this CPU, one chip is embedded. This chip is called as core. And in olden days, every processor had just one core and that could focus on one task at a time. So let us say you have multiple tasks. You want to play some video, you want to open one application, you want to play the audio as well. So this one core has to process all the tasks. So what it will do, it will process one task. Let us say it will process the video first. After processing the video, it will process the voice, then it will process the audio. So it will make the system very slow. So in olden days, every processor had just one core that could focus on one task at a time. And today's CPU have more than one core, each of which can perform different tasks. You can see this is the CPU. On this CPU, we have two cores. So one core, it will deal with the videos, the other core will deal with the files. Okay, the task is divided here and it will make the process very faster. So guys, PC support up to 10 cores. PCs can have 10 chips on the processor and servers support up to 32 cores. And it is very expensive and you will get good performance if you have more cores. So as we have discussed, PC support 8 to 10 cores and server supports up to 32 cores. So you can see this cores and it is very expensive, but you will get the good performance. So I think this slide is repeated. And let us try to understand what is the meaning of dual core. Dual core means two cores, which means you are giving the one task to two persons and these two persons will perform the same task, which will make your process very fast. Quad core means four cores. You are providing the task to four people here. And octa core means 8 cores. Deca core means 10 cores. And we have a concept called hyper-threading. What is this hyper-threading? Hyper-threading is a process by which CPU divides up a physical cores into virtual cores. So you will have one chip. Okay. And this is the physical core. What the CPU will do, it will divide one task into virtual cores. Let us say you want to execute one file. So these two cores will divide the task and they will execute this file together. Okay. So it is hyper-threading is a process by which CPU divides up its physical cores into virtual cores that are treated as they are actually physical cores by the operating system. So operating system will consider these virtual cores as physical cores. And deca cores means 10 cores. And guys, we have a concept called Core i3. You might have heard this concept. What is the meaning of i3 here? Okay, i3 means it is a dual core. It is having two cores and it supports hyper-threading. So this chip is having, the processor is having two cores or two chips. And it supports the hyper-threading as well, which means it will have the two virtual cores, which makes it quad core. You will get 4 cores here in i3. Then we have i5. Okay. So what is this i5? If you are purchasing the laptop, you will get the dual core and it supports hyper-threading and you will get quad core. If you are purchasing the processor for desktop, you will get the quad core, which means you will get the 4 physical chips. Then we have i7. If you are purchasing the laptop, you will get dual core or quad core. Plus you will get the hyper threading. Whereas you are purchasing the processor, i7 processor for desktop, you can get quad core or octa core with hyper threading. Then guys,